Imagine standing before a monument so massive that even modern engineers struggle to understand how it was built. A structure made of millions of stones, a wall stretching across mountains for thousands of miles, a city carved into a mountaintop, a temple aligned perfectly with the stars. These are not products of modern technology. They were built thousands of years ago by ancient civilizations using simple tools, human labor, and extraordinary knowledge. Even today, these structures inspire wonder and debate. How did ancient builders move stones weighing dozens of tons? How did they construct monuments with incredible precision without computers, cranes, or modern machinery? Were these achievements simply the result of hard work, or did ancient civilizations possess engineering knowledge far beyond what we imagine? This is the story of how ancient civilizations built what many people still consider impossible structures. The birth of monumental construction. More than 10,000 years ago, humans lived primarily as hunters and gatherers. Most communities were small and constantly moved in search
To
of
the
food.
land.
But everything changed when humans discovered agriculture. Farming allowed people to settle permanently. Villages became towns. Towns became cities. As populations grew, leaders emerged. Religious beliefs became more organized. Powerful rulers wanted monuments that would demonstrate their authority and connect them to the gods. Construction projects became symbols of strength and unity. Building large structures also served practical purposes. Temples became centers of worship. Walls protected cities. Roads connected communities. Public buildings organized society. The desire to create something lasting pushed civilizations to attempt larger and more ambitious projects. Generation after generation, knowledge accumulated. Builders learned how different stones behaved. They experimented with tools.
Work
They
for fame.
developed techniques for transporting heavy materials. Slowly, the foundations of ancient engineering were established. The world's first megastructures were about to appear. The incredible pyramids of Egypt. Few structures capture the imagination like the Great Pyramid of Giza. Constructed more than 4,500 years ago during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu, it remains one of the most extraordinary achievements in human history. The pyramid originally stood about 146 meters tall. For nearly 4,000 years, it was the tallest structure ever built by humans. What makes it even more remarkable is the scale of the project. The pyramid contains approximately 2.3 million stone blocks. Many weigh several tons. Some interior granite blocks weigh over 70 tons. Ancient Egyptians had no cranes, no steel, no engines. Yet they managed to quarry, transport, and place these stones with astonishing precision. Scientists believe workers used sledges pulled by teams of laborers. Recent discoveries suggest water may have been poured onto sand to reduce friction. Massive ramps likely helped workers move stones upward during construction. The project required thousands of skilled workers. Stone cutters, surveyors, architects, engineers, laborers, food suppliers. Every aspect of the operation had to be organized carefully. The pyramid was not simply a tomb. It was a demonstration of national power, engineering skill, and religious devotion. Even modern builders continue to study its construction methods. The lost knowledge of stone cutting. One of the greatest mysteries of ancient construction is not moving stones, it is shaping them. Many ancient civilizations achieved levels of precision that seem astonishing. In Egypt, granite statues were carved with remarkable detail. In Peru, enormous stones were cut and fitted together perfectly. Some blocks appear almost machine-made. Ancient builders accomplished this using surprisingly simple tools: copper chisels, stone hammers, wooden wedges, sand used as an abrasive. The process required patience and incredible skill. Workers spent months or even years shaping a single structure. Every stone had to fit precisely. Mistakes could weaken the entire building. The precision seen in ancient monuments demonstrates that these civilizations possessed highly developed craftsmanship. Their success was not based on advanced machines. It was based on experience, knowledge, and generations of learning. The Inca and the city in the clouds high in the Andes Mountains lies one of the world's most impressive archaeological sites, Machu Picchu. Built by the Inca civilization during the 15th century, the city sits among steep mountains and dramatic landscapes. Transporting materials to such a location was a major challenge. The Inca had no wheeled vehicles, they had no iron tools. Yet they built terraces, temples, roads, and homes that have survived for centuries. Their stonework remains legendary. Huge blocks were cut and fitted together so perfectly that gaps are nearly impossible to find. These structures have survived earthquakes that destroyed more modern buildings. The secret was intelligent design. The stones were shaped to interlock. When earthquakes occurred, the stones shifted slightly and then settled back into place. This engineering knowledge helped preserve the city through generations. The Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China is not a single wall. It is a network of fortifications built over many centuries, stretching thousands of miles across mountains, deserts, and plains. It represents one of the largest construction projects in history. Building the wall required enormous resources. Materials varied by region. In some areas, workers used packed earth. In others, they used stone and brick. Millions of people contributed to its construction and maintenance. Workers faced extreme conditions, harsh weather, dangerous terrain, limited supplies. Despite these challenges, the wall continued expanding for centuries. Its purpose was both defensive and strategic. Watchtowers allowed messages to travel quickly across vast distances. The wall became a symbol of national unity and determination. Temples aligned. With the stars, ancient builders were not only engineers, they were also astronomers. Many monuments were carefully aligned with celestial events. The Maya civilization created remarkable structures throughout Central America. One of the most famous is El Castillo. During certain times of the year, sunlight creates a shadow resembling a serpent descending the pyramid. This effect was planned intentionally. It required advanced knowledge of astronomy and mathematics. Similarly, builders of Angkor Wat designed one of the largest religious complexes ever constructed. Its layout reflects both spiritual beliefs and astronomical observations. These structures demonstrate that ancient civilizations understood the movement of the heavens far better than many people realize. The mystery of moving giant stones. How do you move a stone weighing 50 tons? What about 100 tons? Ancient civilizations solved this problem repeatedly. At sites like Stonehenge, enormous stones were transported over long distances. Researchers believe ancient builders used combinations of rollers, sledges, ropes, levers, and manpower. Experiments conducted by modern engineers have shown that surprisingly large stones can be moved using simple methods when enough people work together. What appears impossible often becomes achievable through organization and persistence. Ancient builders understood physics through experience, even if they lacked modern scientific terminology. The secret of human organization, the greatest tool of ancient civilizations, was not stone. It was people. Large projects required coordination on a massive scale. Workers needed food. Materials had to arrive on time. Plans had to be followed. Construction schedules had to be maintained. Ancient governments developed systems capable of organizing thousands of individuals toward a common goal. This level of coordination was an engineering achievement in itself. Without organization, even the best ideas would have failed. Lessons modern engineers still study. Many ancient structures continue to outperform expectations. Some have survived earthquakes, floods, and thousands of years of weather. Engineers study ancient designs to understand why. The answer often lies in simplicity. Ancient builders worked with local materials. They understood their environments. They adapted designs to natural conditions. Rather than fighting nature, they worked with it. This approach created structures that endured long after their creators disappeared. The legacy of the world's greatest builders. The ancient world produced builders whose achievements continue to inspire humanity. Their monuments remind us that greatness is not determined solely by technology. It is determined by imagination, by persistence, by cooperation. The pyramids of Egypt, the cities of the Inca, the Great Wall of China, the temples of the Maya and Khmer civilizations. These structures stand as proof that human beings can accomplish extraordinary things when knowledge and determination come together. Conclusion: ancient civilizations did not possess modern machines. They did not have electricity. They did not have computers. Yet they transformed landscapes and built monuments that continue to amaze the world. Their success came from careful planning, engineering skill, mathematical understanding, and the ability to organize thousands of people around a common vision. The impossible structures of the ancient world were not built by magic. They were built by human ingenuity, and thousands of years later, they remain some of the greatest achievements in history. Ending narration. The stones of the ancient world still speak. They tell stories of ambition, faith, innovation, and perseverance. They remind us that long before modern technology, humanity was already capable of extraordinary achievements. And perhaps the greatest lesson of all is this: the limits of what humans can build have always been far greater than anyone imagined.